Guys, 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 we did it. We did it. We got actual transactions in the real world happening on Algorand. That's right. Man, we are going to be talking about that. A lot of cool stuff going on today in the Algorand land. So welcome to our live stream for PC here, and we are live on YouTube and X and Kick, all the places where you get your YouTube shows. And are we really that down on viewers? Holy crap. Sometimes it just takes a while to kick in, I think. Yeah, we're gonna buy some crypto today. That's gonna be fun. Got a really special meme coin I'm gonna be buying today, so keep an eye out. I've been buying some meme coins. I know you guys are all probably all confused about that. I get it. What's going on there, Frugal BC Nation? We got lots of cool stuff happening. It's a great week for Algorand, great week for HBAR, and great week just for crypto. So we'll get into the charts, all that good stuff. Just a reminder, we are live on YouTube, X, and Kick. So if you're watching anywhere you're watching, welcome. Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's doing well out there today. And it's about to be like freezing where I'm at. I mean, it's going to be cold. Talking -12 on Sunday. I'm planning to replace my sink on Sunday since I don't really plan on going anywhere. Always a challenge because if you have to go into the hardware store, that could be a real challenge. But and being without water is the plumbing always sucks because if you get in the middle of a project and you get stuck, you really got to figure it out because you're not going to be without water. So yeah, we're gonna get to Algorand charts, HBAR charts. Everything is pumping right now. It's a great time. We got Trump coming into office on the 20th, and regardless of what you think about him, that's not really relevant. The point is he's going to be making some big changes for crypto. Big changes. We're going to share something on that. I saved something about that. Gary Gensler is going to be out. No more Gary. Bye, Gary. Show you the door. And that's going to be awesome. So we got a lot of fun stuff. And I just got like a whole bunch of cool stuff queued up that I'm really excited to get to. Let's start. Yeah, before we do that, big shout out to our sponsors, non-fungible domains. If you want that .algo address after your name, non-fungible domains, that's where you get it. And they got vault segments, and it's really cool. And someone sends you something to your NFD. If it'll go to your vault, you can choose to accept it or not. The asset inbox and para is supposed to kind of work like that, but I've found that NFT one seems to work better so far. I haven't had anything go to my asset inbox yet. Maybe it goes to the NFT first. I'm not sure what the chain is on that. Besides that, we got besides that, also brought to you by Marcus Aurelius, an NFT and meme coin project on the Algorand blockchain. This is one of my favorite meme coin projects because I just love the little stoic army. I love the little kitty cats that are designed to be like Roman emperors. I think that's really cool. And yeah, definitely go check that out if you haven't already. We got channel memberships for only $1. So if you want to watch videos before anyone else, you get them a couple hours early. You can check that out for only $1, and it supports the channel. And I try to pay attention to community members for sure. I'm going to respond to you. In fact, I got to do that later today. Make sure I got to get more in a better habit of checking that every morning. I have higher tiers where you can get videos like my portfolio videos. And I talk a little bit about what I'm doing in LPs and Tiny Man and some other tips like that. So that's at a higher tier, but you can check that out too. And yeah, that's about it. Let's get into some prices. Give me 1 second here. Well, first off, Algorand, I mean, down a little bit right now, but I mean, compared to where we were a week ago, this is huge. Yeah, so yeah, we were down into the low 30 cents, and we just had this huge candle up. And we're pulling back a little bit, that's natural. We expect that. Sitting at 46, yeah, we were up to what I mean, kind of flashed up almost toward 50 cents. Bulk of the candle got up to like almost 49 cents. So yeah, my LPs are doing really, really well right now. It's good to see it. And it's the time when I absolutely need it, by the way. And by the way, I mentioned the grocery store, the real life transactions coming up. We've also got the other big news is nodes. Node rewards should be live in about 6 days now, and it's the consensus mechanism that makes it live has been voted on by all the node runners, so it's ready to go. It just needs to take 6 days for it to kick in, and then node rewards will be live. People will be making money on nodes, and that's really really fun. Feed Vice says hi from Germany. Have a good time. Hey, Feed Vice, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm not at all concerned or alarmed. I'm really happy with Algorand right now. A lot of other coins. Actually, let's go back to. We can come back to the ASAs, but so here's Bitcoin. First off, this is crazy. Actually, we are still right in that line. We're actually technically in neutral territory right now, which is really surprising to me. With Bitcoin pumping up the way it has recently and everything else too. And what I liked Bitcoin or Algorand, by the way, was like top two, top three. For we see that little green candle that we showed before. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday morning. It was like a top three or top two. It's crazy. Yeah, XRP had a really good. Excuse me. XRP had a really good pump up too. Now it's dropping back a little bit, kind of like Algorand is. Let's just see what's up on the 24-hour here. SPX 6900, never heard of it. OKB, Flare, Fartcoin, yeah. Jesus. Thorchain, Bonk, yeah. So now it's all the meme coins popping up. If you look on 7 day, what's 7 day? Still Fartcoin is number one. XDC, oh, where's Bobby Jonas? He's gonna be having a field day. So I don't know if you guys know this. Bobby Jonas is like he's kind of a troll in the channel and he trolls me a lot, but he's like a big XDC fan. So we go back and forth. It's a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, this is for people either watching now or watching, ex post facto. If if you're interested in being a mod, let me know. I'm interested in having a mod or two for the channel. Mostly, I think I can do that, right? I think so. Mostly, I want someone to help me like clean out some of the spam. And I really don't. I want a really light touch. By the way, I want a really light touch. Alejandro Gonzalez, what's going on, brother? Yeah, I think we can get to $1 pretty quick. Yeah, so if you're interested in becoming a mod, just let me know. Either reach out, either leave it in the chat and we can talk, or reach out to me on Twitter or something. The spam has just been unbelievable. Like you can't get away from it. It's insane. So YouTube has a method where you can take a keyword and block it. It's really great for these scam cryptos, except new ones come up all the time and you can't get rid of them. It's really annoying. So yeah, if you're interested in that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll get back to the charts here. Yeah, so Algorand down to ninth now for the 7 day. So that's not too bad. Hedera up in fourth place still. Actually, I had a sell order on Hedera. I didn't think I had any left in my Coinbase account. I thought it was all in my Oh, that's right. I redid it. Yeah, I did redo it. But most of it's still on the Hashpack wallet, so where it's earning and whatnot. Yeah, XRP doing really well too. Now the SEC just maybe we'll cover this a little bit in more depth later, but the SEC filed an appeal against its court case against XRP. As you know, XRP won its case last year that it wasn't a security, and there was questions about whether they'd filed the appeal. Now I don't know if I think this is kind of a last volley on the way out, because I think once Trump is in charge, I don't think this is happening anymore. He's signaled a really pro crypto stance, and he's put together a crypto council. He's wanted crypto to be a big thing in America. So I think that's awesome. Look, trending coins, Doge number 3. That's interesting. And Bitcoin number 2, Shiba Inu too. So I've always had a little moon bag of Shiba Inu. I should check what that's worth. Yeah, but that's anyway. That's all right. Back to market cap. Yeah, let's go back to Vestige. Yeah, this is interesting. So Tiny's still number 1, still at about 5.5 cents. So I don't know if you remember saying this, but I was always saying that it was trading around between 2.5 and 5 cents, and it's been over that now, and it's been pretty consistently over 5 cents. You look at the chart here. I mean, it actually got up to almost actually over 6 cents. It looks like so. That's really awesome. Popping back down to 4 of this. This is a good range. I like this range. So you can see it's been actually going up. It went down a little bit, but this is a good chart because this is a good looking chart. And it's rare you see this. As you see the meme coin I'm going to buy later, you'll see what I mean. I'm still going to buy it. It's just because I buy it doesn't mean it's like an endorsement. Munko. Well, first off, okay, so we got chips. If you look at the meme coins, most of the meme coins on the 24-hour and even on the 7-day are down, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't really totally know what that means. I know some people have pointed that out. But yeah, I've been really enjoying Munko. The memes on Munko are top notch. And I would say Ballsack is probably close behind it. And it sounds obvious when you think meme coins meme. But the big factor is you have to generate a lot of memes. You have to have the memes going. You got to get that engine turning, and that's a big part of it. So I've changed my tunes on meme coins lately, and a lot of you probably noticed that. I am not as down on the meme coins as I used to be. I've been hearing about Busk. Busk is up there. I think they're good top of the funnel. I think they generate excitement. And I don't know if you guys, for some of you might have caught my H-bar video, some of you might not have. But in fact, I wonder if I have that. Let me see. I'll tell you, Enterprise cares about. I'm trying to find it here. Maybe I don't have it here. Oh, I don't think I do. Okay, hold on. I'll find it really quick. Enterprise cares about ecosystem, and they care about retail. I'll show you what I mean.
We want to reach out to. I know the blog post touched on some of the core components we want to reach out to even more. So, the community members and DeFi and understanding the strategy around treasury management and tokenization and really becoming more competitive on the retail side while still actually increasing usage throughout the enterprise, kind of the enterprise sector as well. I think what we've learned is that, even when you go to these enterprises and you start talking to them about implementing the Hedera chain or any blockchain for that matter, they do take a look at what the user base looks like. And they love that when, a lot of times they'll go to the chains like Ethereum. And the reason they always say is there's liquidity there, there's users there, there's all of these things that you wouldn't really think an enterprise would be thinking about. But I can tell you just from talking to people on our council, those enterprises have people that are dedicated to this sector, the blockchain and DLT sector, that are deeply knowledgeable, and they look at all of those metrics. And so I think the metrics around getting individual users into the network, more builders, and involving the community much more is going to be a huge focus, including, launching a more robust grant management platform that the community can participate in. And some of the themes that, we're really contemplating right now were listed in that blog post. So I would encourage everyone to check that out on X, on the THF blog, and get your thoughts ready for how we can work together in 2025.
Yeah, I mean, there it is. He said it. He said it perfectly. They care about these enterprises. You think, I did this too. I separated enterprise and meme coins, and I thought, well, meme coins are the silly side of crypto, and it's embarrassing, and it's why people think crypto's dumb. But in that enterprise, this is where it's at. Oh, I gotta let my dog in. Enterprise, it's where it's at, but these things aren't unrelated. And so I see meme coins now as like top of the funnel. This is how you bring people into your platform. This is how you get people excited, and you build that retail base, and then enterprise pays attention. Give me 1 second. Hi, doggy. So yeah, I mean that's my thoughts on that. I think that's really important. So when I talk about memes, so I'm been having a lot of fun with meme coins lately, and so I've been buying some. I bought some Monko. I bought some Ballsack. I actually asked the community what meme coin I should buy, and believe it or not, Ballsack got the most votes, which I was not expecting. I actually thought Monko would get the most. I bought a different one too. What was the other one I bought? I don't remember. So Alberto Serrano Chavez says new to Algo, but not crypto. Thanks for putting out real news and not just price stock. Yeah, appreciate that. We got plenty of news coming too. So keep an eye out. Appreciate having you here. Vite Vice says let's hope perhaps March. Okay, so let me go. I'm gonna take that out. So so let's look at another meme coin today. All right, so this is Feely. This is by Felicia. She's a pretty prominent Algorand community member, and she launched this coin. And yeah, we're gonna help her out a little bit because I feel bad her coin kind of went down. This is a pretty, I've talked about this before. This is a pretty typical ASA pattern where it kind of pumps up, comes back down, and then just sort of trickles off a little bit. Now, my point about meme coins too is that when I buy these, I'm not buying these to make money. I'm buying these for fun. I'm buying these for the community. This is just fun times. And she had kind of a cool story. She explained it. I heard it on a space where she was talking about, people like to make this "by Felicia" joke, and she kind of hated it. And now she's embracing it, and I think that's cool. I think it's good to turn that around. So, all right, I'm going to put a little money in, just a little bit. Now, the money I'm putting on this is like casino money. Oops, I got to open up. Hold on. Buying some Feely. I hope it doesn't do that thing where it doesn't work because I didn't have the Para wallet open. Nope, it worked. Okay, there we go. Got some Feely. I wonder if that'll move the price. What happens if I refresh? Did it go shooting up? I don't think $10 is going to move the price, but oh, there we go. Bought some Feely. Jimmy Lopan says hello. What's going on? Hey, again. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce that. I only read it. Gananum Tech. Gana Inum Tech. I don't know. This is Sarah, but I know it's Sarah, and she's actually part of the foundation, Sarah Jane. So welcome to the show. Thanks for watching. Matt Davis says, do you think staking for algo coming online will have much of an impact for price and utility? Oh yeah. Yeah, big time. We're gonna get to that for sure. That's coming. We're gonna talk about the nodes. So in fact, maybe we'll talk about that. No, I want to talk. Sarah Jane's in the chat. I want to talk about this next because this is really, really cool. Let's see. Let me find it. By the way, I got a whole lot of people. We got almost 30 people watching on YouTube, almost 80 on Almost 80 on Twitter. So if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button and let's show it to more people. Let's do that. And if you're on Twitter, retweet the live stream or hit the heart button. I think it's a like button too. All that good stuff. If you're on Kick, follow me on Kick. If you're watching on Kick, give me a follow because okay, so let's get to this. I'm gonna hit pause for a second here. So this is Sarah Jane who I was saying hi to, and let's go to that first. There's some music, and I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm gonna not play it with sound. But earlier this week, we talked about Para Wallets integration with Mastercard, and when you hear about these things, you hear about these partnerships and stuff. People always think like, oh man, like what's gonna, that's great, but it sounds really nice. Sometimes a partnership means they put it on their website, and this is for real though. Okay, this is for real because this is like actually using Mastercard, like a debit Mastercard system on your Para wallet through a company called Immersive, and they do this for some other blockchains, but this is the only non-EVM one to do it. Yeah, Immersive is a regulated entity and principal member of MasterCard with a global Web3 card issuing platform designed for dApps and exchanges. And so this is what's happening. This is real right now. I'm going to play it in a second here, but you can actually buy things with your Para wallet as if it's a MasterCard transaction. So let's take a look here. There it is. Scans it. Boom. That fast. And there's Sarah Jane. Ta-da. Just like that. The whole video is like 25 seconds. I think that was, I wasn't counting, but what was that, 2.8? Was that 2.8 seconds that transaction took? Okay, so then this is from Chris Kim. He is also a developer at Algorand, a DevRel. I don't know what that means. Just to clarify that, right, there was a mainnet asset transfer transaction sending USDC. This is really important. This is really important. This is not some, we'll handle the payment our end and then get your crypto in 10 minutes to make sure there are no Bo reorgs. This is the only possible because Algorand has instant finality. I hope you see I hope seeing a real life payment example will help you understand what instant finality means. And by the way, this is someone made a really kind of dumb comment on my version of this post where they were like, yeah, well, let me know when they handle something more complex than fruit stands. I'm like, well, first off, this is a grocery store. Second off, this transaction works the same way, whether it's a $200 TV or a $2 bag of oranges. And by the way, I don't know if you guys get the orange references. That was an offhand comment that John Allen Woods made, and then people turned it into a coin that also is that you mine. So that's that. Anyway, this is so cool, and I actually think this is a huge game changer. I think this matters a lot because you can actually I can take my Para wallet, I can go to the store and buy something. Now, it's not available in the US yet, is my understanding. But wait, isn't she in the US? I don't know. I'm confused. Very cool to see it. Yeah, Sarah says, sorry, the store was loud. Yeah, and I would have played it, but there's music playing, and if you have music, even in the background, if you have music on YouTube, like they'll just demonetize you. Otherwise, yeah, no, it was fine. Like I could just turn the volume down. Otherwise, like that's not a big deal. Freedom first. Hey guys, did you receive your airdrop drop token? What's that? Jimmy Lopon says I have my algo in BitVavo. How can I put it on the wallet? I don't know anything about BitVavo, but usually you just send it if it's on an exchange, usually there's a way to send it as a transaction, and you just send it to your wallet at the wallet address. What I usually do anytime I do that, by the way, this is really important, anytime I do something like that, I send like a small amount, like one algo or something, just to make sure to test it out, make sure it works. And then once you verify that it works, you just do it again. Yeah. Jack says there's more than 3,000 nodes. Yeah, we're going to cover that. We'll be going to the nodes, definitely. We'll answer Matt's question when we get to that. In fact, that might be next. Yeah, so I'm really this is I think this is the biggest thing to happen in Algorand is this payments. As much as I think the node incentivization is really, really cool and a big deal, I think this is bigger. Okay, well, let's get to hide that on stream for a second. Yeah, let me pull up my node thing because um so a lot of people I get like a ton of questions of people asking me when are nodes incentives going live. A whole bunch of questions about nodes. I'm going to answer some of those today from what I know, and then yeah, maybe if Sarah's watching, she might be able to weigh in actually if she knows. But yeah, let's take a look at this. So John Allen Wood shared this because a lot of people have been asking. I've been wondering. It's been, originally it was supposed to be quarter 4 of last year that the node incentives would go live. We did have some. We had some. We had a few different platforms come out for running nodes. So OS one click node has been around for a really long time. Um, then Loot came out with Funk, which is a way to run it. Then the foundation itself came out with NodeKid, where you can run it right from terminal. And I talked about that on the video I made with Seawill last Friday. So let's take a look here, though. This is so people are wondering, well, when is this thing going to go live? All right, so John Woods posted this to yesterday afternoon. A new dawn for decentralization. Algorand 4.0 is here. Consensus upgraded. Today, we stand at the precipice of a transformative moment. With this upgrade, Algorand is more secure and more community owned than ever before. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a revolution. And by the way, I'm like really curious. I can't get anybody in the I'm having a really hard time getting people at the executive level to come on my show, and I'm not really sure why. I I noticed, like, I don't really hear much from John anymore. We had some chats back and forth, and then yeah, we he actually reached out to me last fall about coming on again, and then for some reason, every time I tried to make it happen, he'd say, "Yeah, yeah, we'll get it going," and then nothing would happen. And I've reached out to a few other people, and I've DM'd them, and just nothing. So I don't know. I seem to have a lot of amongst the mid level folks. I seem to have a lot of fans, but I don't know what's going on. I see them doing other podcasts, just not mine, or other shows, not mine. So we'll be working on that. I actually reached out to the foundation account today about it. So yeah, but what he's saying here, this is a big deal. This is it, by the way. So what had to happen is like the the new protocol had to be put in, and then it had to be voted on by like 90% of the nodes, which meant they had to upgrade. So everyone had to upgrade their nodes, and then it would work, or 90% of them anyway. And apparently that happened. So here we are. Interesting. Decentralized Crypto has asked, this appears to be an ADA person, says, is staking similar to staking on Cardano or no? A little different, as it's individual staking rather than pools natively, which my understanding was, and I don't know if I misunderstood this, but my understanding was there actually was going to be some pool staking there, and that the foundation was going to be facilitating that. And I don't know, maybe that's not the case anymore. Maybe they're doing liquid staking instead, but I thought there was going to be actual just like validator pools that you could join. I hope that ends up being the case. I think that's more interesting to me than Like, I'm probably not gonna run a node. I'm just making more in my LPs right now. It just doesn't make sense for me to do that. And then the liquid staking, it's just a level of complexity. I just don't feel like dealing with it. I didn't really enjoy it. I did it once for staking for governance, and I don't know. I just found it kind of annoying. So there's the Bunko memes. I'm telling you, they're all over the place. So that's that, and then I have more for that. Let's see, is this still my bookmarks? Oops. Well, this is I can share this one. Hold on. By the way, I can't stand the way the bookmarks work now. Where if you like click on it, it just takes you to the top of the bookmarks and then puts it on the side. That annoys the crap out of me. The old way was much better. Anyway, this is more. This is like 3,500 now. This isn't even updated yet. Yeah, so this was yeah, actually I was going to share this anyway. So this is the number of validator nodes across the top L1 chains, and Algorand, I think it's more like at 3,500 now. In fact, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that. I can't remember what the name of it was. But yeah, I think it's at like 3,500 right now. And so that makes it like number pretty close to number 2. Still probably number 3, but well past Cardano, even past Polkadot, Avalanche, way past Solana. Then some of these smaller ones like Sui is like super permissioned, as is Hedera. Hedera, you actually have to be a governing council member. Sui, as I recall, you have to have like 100 million Sui or something like that. It's really high. And I love Sui, but that's not decentralized. Yeah, actually, Fred Estante had a really good number here. Really good post here to kind of explaining. This is I think is cool. This is where all the nodes are happening, and you can see a lot of them in the U.S., a lot of them in Western Europe, and then some along Australia's eastern coast, and then yeah, a lot of them in Asia. You know, we got like China, Japan, Korea, big one, big dot in Korea there. Yeah, so definitely worldwide. Not so many in Russia. A couple though, a few in South America. Yeah, so nearly the bulk of them in the US for sure. 1,300 validators, 1,420 API nodes. So I think the API nodes are people running them through a program. I'm not 100% sure on that. And he's got some stats about network health. 1,300 accounts in consensus, 1.39 billion algo in consensus, 16% of the circulating supply. And that's interesting. 667 accounts proposed blocks. So what's going on with those other ones? So I want to track these. I want to track these because I think this is interesting. So the rest is all got doing some takedowns there. All right. I got more for we got more on that. Boy, we got a lot of comments. Mhm. Um, Red Arak asks, "Are nodes easy to set up?" Well, I haven't tried one yet. Um, I tried one in Ost one-click node, and I don't think my computer was just too old. So I haven't tried one on my new computer. I'm sure I would have I wouldn't have too big a problem set up. So it kind of depends. Are you comfortable with using terminal? Then you can use Algorand's node kit. If not, you might have to go elsewhere. Freedom First says drop token liquidity pairs on TinyMan, about 10 pairs, I think, currently 600%. Yeah, and I think AJ and John are making a how-to video soon. Of course. Yeah, and I have some people, like, by the way, I have some people that I'm tracking, that I've been in touch with, who I'm going to be asking about how their nodes is going once the node incentives are live, how it's going. And yeah, I definitely got some people I can pull on to do a node video. I have a theory. I have a theory, by the way. I have a theory since AJ signed that partnership with the foundation. I think he might have some kind of exclusive that they're not talking about. I have a theory about that. I don't know. I could be wrong. It just seems like ever since then, I've just not been able to get any foundation people on me, which is strange. Rad Airwax says running a node always seems long-winded to me. Well, yeah, I mean, compared to just like staking in your wallet, it's definitely more steps. So while I think it's great that they have it, like Cosmos, I just have it running right through my wallet. I'm earning like 13%. I think it was last I checked, maybe it was more like 11, which is still a lot. It's still more than going to run because a node running, you're going to get like 6.5%. Algo the Ella says you're doing better with LPs compared to if you're doing node rewards. Question mark. TDR for LP is gone, so I'm surprised that it's possible. Well, they're still offering rewards. I'm still getting daily rewards. So just because they're not doing the targeted DeFi rewards doesn't mean they're not rewards. And we go check TinyMan. They're there. Go look at it. And even without it, actually the percentage is higher on the LPs. Unlike Algo USDC, the percentage, the APY you get is higher than node staking. Node staking is only 6.5%. WR3 on X says, where do you pull stats from besides Nodely? Well, these weren't mine, but I think they're coming from, oh my God, what is it called? It's like surf.algo or something like that. I was hoping he didn't link it in here, and I've seen it elsewhere. I bet I can find it. Just give me a second. Okay, I really thought I'd be able to find this quickly. Shoot. I really thought I could find this like really quick. I thought Eldar had it, but the one with the map, that's from AlgoNode.io, which is it's from Nodely. But there was a different one that people are using, and it's like something.surf or something like that. Algo.surf, something like that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. If it comes up later, I'll shout it out. But oh, we're way past ETH. Oh wait, no, we're not. Sorry, but yeah, I think there's a good chance we'll get past ETH by the end of the year. Need that info on NodeKit. Yeah, I think it's nodekit.algo. Let me. Oh, nodekit.run. I'll drop it in the chat. There you go. I dropped it in the chat, nodekit.run. Staking is a bit more user friendly, I think. Yeah, it's just easier. I mean, but no people are doing it. So, and there's a lot of one-stop solutions like Funked, which is made by it's FUNC, made by Loot Wallet. That's definitely one to check out. And then another one is Oswin Click Node. He's supposed to have updated. Oh, he might have updated it by now. In fact, I think he did. Oh yeah, he did. That's right. So that one's been around for a while, and it's pretty easy to use. It just I think my computer wasn't up for handling it because it should have synced. It took forever to sync. It just wasn't syncing. In Ost, I believe you can do both. Yeah, Algo the Owl says Funk and Ost are both really easy to use. Yeah, I haven't tried Funk, but Ost was pretty easy to use. You just but I just couldn't get it to sync because I think my Mac my Mac that I used to run live stream on was so old. You guys, some of you guys probably remember that. Like it would just take forever. Yeah, it's Funk only for Windows. I'm on Windows now. I bought a Windows machine. I don't like the way Mac is going. And yeah, W3 Run says Funk for Windows, NodeKit for Linux. Is that only for I think you can Oh, there's a Mac. There's not a Windows version actually. There's a Linux and a Mac version. I see that now. Huh. In fact, I can share it. This is what it looks like. This is what they give you. And yeah, basically you copy this. There's a little copy button and you open up terminal and punch it in. Oh, is it called terminal on Windows? I've been on Mac so long. This Windows 11 machine, by the way, is outstanding. So yeah, I feel like I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to do, but I can only stream for probably another 20 minutes or so. Let me just check my email, make sure I'm not getting yelled at. Okay. Let's see, what else did I have on my let me see what else I had on my chart here. W3 says funk can be used for both. I'd imagine that's the case. In fact, actually, we can look. Give me a second here. Funk. Yeah, here it is. Funk users, it's the moment we've been waiting for. Should be able to update your node to version 4.0 by the dashboard. Yeah, so here's the GitHub page. So if you go to Loot Wallet, loot.algo, and there's actually a post that they retweeted from Fred Estante that has the GitHub page. It's up here too. Galaxy Pay Funk simplifying Algorand node running. So you could run it out of there. I don't know if it says. Let me see. Oh yeah, Windows, Mac, and Linux. So it looks like you can do all three. Well, that's cool. I could do something about this echo. It's really bad echo in here. Okay, so let me leave that up. I'm gonna look for my. I want to cover some non-Algorand things. Although this one's kind of all of the above. Hold on a second. I know what I'm gonna do next. Oh no, did I not save that? Yeah, I gotta bookmark more stuff. Hold on. I think sometimes I share things, and then if I share it, I don't think to bookmark it. But by the way, this is a really good time if you haven't already liked and the video and subscribed, well, I'd highly recommend you do that. Oh, Algo Surf. Well, that's for the countdown to staking rewards. You can watch that on Algo Surf. In fact, here. Right here. So it's algo.surf. You can go to that and then you can watch the countdown to when the node rewards start. You can see I'm sharing a lot of memes these days. Oh, I know where I kept it. Here, you can watch this little doggy jump while I'm looking for it. I remember I saved it. See, sometimes I save things in different places and then I forget about it. Actually, okay, this is not the one I was thinking of, but let's. Okay, so this is Jamie Dimon. He's the CEO of America's largest bank. That's JP Morgan. And by the way, okay, so well, let's just listen to what he has to say on the topic of Bitcoin and crypto. Yes, there's a lot to unpack here. First off, this is the dumbest argument that keeps getting used about against crypto. This idea that, oh well, you know, all these bad people use it. You know what else the bad people use? They use cash because everybody uses it. Like it's just money. Um, so this argument is so stupid. Like who doesn't? And you know what else they use? They use banks. By the way, the cartels like use banks in the U.S. and the banks look the other way because they're making money. So for him to say, "Oh, it's just a crypto thing," well, they also use the internet, and the internet in its early days was full of scams. Like I think people kind of forget that now. You had to be really, really careful, and people weren't savvy to it. They didn't know about the scams, so people got by all these scams all the time. Now, I want to also unpack the fact that he says, "Well, there's no intrinsic value." Well, yeah, that's how money works. Money doesn't have intrinsic value typically, unless it's like gold. So, yes, if you're on a deserted island and you have Bitcoin, well, that Bitcoin isn't going to do you much good, right? There's like almost nothing you can do with it if you're on a deserted island. But there's also very little you can do with cash, except maybe burn it. The idea that it would have intrinsic value, money, that's not how money works. Money doesn't have intrinsic value. I also think that's wrong, though, by the way, because we know that the value of a network is dictated by Metcalfe's law, which means that the more the more the number of nodes, it's the value is the square of the number of nodes in the network. So Algorand has or Bitcoin has a lot of nodes, a lot of people running it, a lot of miners, and thus it has value. So, but also like when we talk about value, intrinsic value isn't really the point. The value is what people will pay for something on the market. So he can make he said it's pet rocks. Well, guess what? People have actually paid money for pet rocks. So did it have value or not? Like, there's a reason when we talk about pet rocks. By the way, this is for younger people. This is a really old reference. I think it's actually before my time. Although I think we were still selling them when I was a little kid in the 80s. But I think it was more of a 70s thing or maybe even a 60s thing where this guy like basically put little googly eyes on polished rocks and sold them and he made a decent amount of money. So you can say it has no value, but if people are buying it, then it has value. It's just that simple. But that's not even the crazy thing, by the way. And shout out to Crypto Wendio for pointing this out. So he says Diamond says Bitcoin is worthless. However, JP Morgan Chase is a MicroStrategy shareholder. Now, I don't know if you know about a lot about MicroStrategy, but MicroStrategy owns like a couple billion worth of Bitcoin, and it's their principal holding. Okay, so MicroStrategy, by the way, is run by Michael Saylor. You can watch numerous podcasts with him on it. He's been on the Iced Coffee Hour. What's that one? Anthony Popliano's podcast. I've seen him on there. He's come on a lot. I think he's probably been on Wendy. He's been on Altcoin Daily before, and he goes on all these other ones. So if they thought Bitcoin was truly that useless, I don't think their company would own 660,693 shares of MicroStrategy. They've also had stock options for MicroStrategy. So why would you get stock options in a group that you don't think of that you don't you think is useless? By the way, this is really interesting too because I'm sharing this, right? Yeah, okay. I've done that before where I've gotten through one and I've gotten through a long rant and then realized I wasn't sharing the video. Yeah, so by the way, other major shareholders of MicroStrategy include Capital and International Investors, Vanguard Group, and Morgan Stanley. Vanguard Group, by the way, has famously said that they would never ever allow Bitcoin on their platform. But they're happy to invest in MicroStrategy, which is basically pretty much all Bitcoin. I was trying to determine the actual amount. I know I've heard Michael Saylor talk about it, and I thought he said it was pretty much just all Bitcoin, almost exclusively Bitcoin that they hold. But I could be wrong about that, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I did a quick search and I couldn't confirm it anywhere. But so this is a really important point. Don't listen to what these people say. Watch what they do. So I don't know what is when people like Jamie Dimon come on to a show like this, they're not just, oh, I feel like talking to people and this would be kind of fun or whatever. That's not what they're there for. They've got a point. They're there to they're there to do something. And it might be to move the market in a certain way. Maybe maybe he wanted to cause a little sell-off to get back in before the pump. I'm not going to speculate. I don't know what it was specifically, but there's a reason. They're not the thing that they tell you. People at this level, they're just operating differently. Okay, this is you guys should read some Venkatesh Rao. He's got a really interesting his the Gervais principle. I think should be required reading. It's just damn good, and people like Jamie Dimon, like they're playing 3D chess. Okay, so when he says stuff, he's not what he's saying on the surface is different than what he's trying to accomplish, if that makes sense. Murad RX says, got to dash. My niece is on the bench today for Brighton versus Liverpool. Wow. Wow, that's cool. It's like the women's league then? That's pretty neat. Oh, is there no sound? Really? That's strange. Bummer. Too bad it didn't have subtitles. Brad said, yeah, holding algo in the old wallet used to give you 6%. Oh, was it 6%? I thought it was a little bit lower than that. I thought it was like 5.5 or something. I could be wrong. That was way back in the day. Actually, that's how I got into the Algorand ecosystem. Oh yeah, people are asking. It was quite a, I guess I missed a lot in chat. Yeah, it used to so Algorand used to pay 6% just to hold it in your wallet. And I kind of miss those days. That was pretty easy times. It's pretty easy to make money that way. Too bad. Yeah, I'm really kind of bummed about this video sound not working. Yeah, so I think this is good. This is an important little thing in chat. Sir 45 Hertz asked, does using Para Wallet to pay with Algo, so you're converting Algo back to USD, would that count as tax liability? So Algo the Alo is right. Basically, it's actually taking USD. So you have to load it. You have to have it loaded with USDC. It does not take Algo. Yeah, yeah, because that would count as a tax liability. It would be a capital gain or loss depending on your. It'd be a capital event. I'm missing a word there. What do they call that? Well, either way, it'd be either a gain or loss depending on whether you're selling it for a loss or a gain. So yeah, it's just you would keep USDC on your wallet in your wallet, and then use it would draw from USDCA. So there's no conversion that happens. So that video really not at all play with sound because he called it basically pet rocks is what he said. Man, I'm really bummed about that. Let's see what else can we. Oh, I know live stream. Hold on. Oops, actually I have it up already. All right, we're gonna do a little test. I'm just gonna play it. I want to see if you guys can actually hear it. Okay, can you guys hear that? Oh man, dang it. Yeah, I just played it back on my computer. I don't know why it. Hold on. Um, there's got to be a settings thing here. Auto status, audio warning. Display quality. Name at the bottom, toggle around the corners. Oh. Okay, that's really frustrating. I don't know why this sound won't play. Oh yeah, so some people are talking about. I guess I won't be able to play this one. Yeah, sometimes it works, and then sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know what the difference is. I really don't. I mean, I can think if I took the headphones out, I could just play it over my speaker, but Yeah, it's funny. Sir said if they did a commercial where they bought with Parawallet at Costco, it'd be huge. Actually, there so that I think they were planning for this because last summer they did a bunch of there was one really big one they did, and we covered this where they basically did a commercial at a grocery store where they had someone trying to buy something with Bitcoin and with Ethereum and Solana, and then they do it. One guy does it with Algorand, and that one actually works. It's pretty funny. It was a good, but actually, I was just thinking like they were setting this up. Like they knew this was coming, so they were setting that, putting those wheels in motion. I think that was genius. I think that was really smart. Like they because they must have known this was being worked on, of course. So they kind of had it going, which is pretty neat. Yeah, I'm just trying to look for like a setting here that like I don't get it. And it sometimes it works. I've tested it out and it will work, and then other times it just won't. Oh, well, um, yeah, it's been about an hour. I suppose we could anyone got any questions from anything? Otherwise, probably gonna call it a day unless let me see if there's anything else to talk about. I mean, I could probably go on all day, but I do have some other things to get to. Oh, about the nodes, yeah. Someone asked this actually I don't know. Someone asked a really good question. They asked, would you earn more rewards running two different nodes than one? And so my first thought was no, it's 6.5%, so it doesn't matter how many nodes you're running. But then it occurred to me that 6.5% is basically what they guesstimated based on the rewards, but the rewards aren't like a simple percentage. There's like a certain amount that they're incentivizing, and it kind of depends on how those incentives work. So it's actually not that simple. Because my first thought was like, no, wait a minute, this isn't going to work. There's no way you can kind of double dip like that. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute, they work a little bit differently. Anyone in chat have any idea? Jupiter, I asked any lip reader around. So that was actually an interesting question that came up in my YouTube comments. And like I said, at first I was like, "Oh, yeah, probably not." And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, "Well, maybe. It's entirely possible." Yeah, I think almost everything I saved was related to the payments or to realms. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that I have much else. So Jupiter says, "Yeah, your audio input is mic. Not sure how you can do both mic and computer." Well, yeah, but so on. I mean, I don't see because I'm using the stream. I use the Talk Studio Streamlabs platform, so it should be able to pull audio from websites as well. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to do that. Now on OBS is where I record my videos, and on OBS you have to have a separate audio input. But it's worked before because I've done it. I've watched videos on here and it's actually worked. So I don't know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's very strange. So Algo the Owl says you're reducing the amount you stake in a single node you split between several nodes. Yeah, yeah, but the point is like I don't know what because there's a percentage that you get of each transaction based on your node amount, but there's like an extra incentive level. That's what gets you to the 6.5%. More node increases likelihood of getting tapped to propose a block, perhaps. Yeah, that's possible too. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm just not sure it's like, it's not as clean cut and dry as I thought it initially thought. Because initially I thought, well, yeah, it's still 60, let's say you had 60,000 algo and you split it between 2 nodes. If you're splitting it between nodes, it would just be, oh, you're just splitting it in half, but you're getting half the rewards. But I don't think it's quite that simple. Oh, you got so Jupiter says you should talk one time about Funk node. Actually, we did cover that earlier. We talked about the Funk node. We talked about the 3 different node options actually earlier in the stream. And I'm probably going to clip that into a video for tomorrow or Sunday. Freedom First says, by the way, thank you because of Marcus. I got airdrop token. Oh, I wonder if I got that. I must have, huh? Let me look. I won some ball sack today. I got 167,000 ball sack from playing Astro Explorers. Oh yeah, there's my 15,000 Marcus. Cool. Yep. So if you had a Marcus, maybe I should have shouted that out or something. Yeah. So Algorand says, I think when nodes are being incentivized for now with the 10 Algorand, that it probably makes sense to have multiple nodes since that's a fixed reward versus. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about, and I couldn't remember exactly what it was. I thought I kind of had that 10 algo in my head somewhere. So yeah, it seems like if you have 2 of them, you'd actually would make more in the short term. But I know that's a temporary thing, like you said. So I don't know how long that's going to last. All right, I'm gonna close it out by playing a little. Do you guys play this game? This is a really fun game. I am. Oh god, I'm in like seventh now. People got really good at this game. This used to be good for like second, third place. So this is the free version, but you can actually make money. This is Astro Explorer. It'd be wild if the sound was playing. I'll check the chat in a minute. I like this. This is like the old Space Invaders game. It'd be awesome if on stream I got like it's at like the first place. I doubt it though because it gets really hard. You really kind of the key to this game I found is you really have to stay centered because if you start getting off to one side, all the little dots start, a little fire, all the little beams start going one direction like they are now, and then you get that's how you get trapped. So I don't know if you can play this like to earn to earn tickets for the NFT raffle. You have to have at least one Bork NFT, but I don't know if you can just play this for free. When I bought my Bork, it was like $15 basically, so it wasn't that expensive. And I really like retro games. I think these are really fun. Music is really good. I don't know if you guys are hearing this. Probably not because I don't think the sound is working. Shoot. I'm having a pretty good game though. See what happens. Okay. And now go decays over time. Yeah, I think probably you probably would do better. Thanks, Supervisor. Thanks. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah. Well, you can go back and watch it, or like I said, I'll probably click it tomorrow. Alcohol says eventually you'll need to wind down the nodes. Yeah, it does decay over time, so you'll probably not make as much eventually. I'm gonna play one more game, see if I can do a little bit better here, and then I'm probably gonna have to get going here. Yeah, I really wanna I assume you guys aren't hearing the music here? Yeah, it's weird because I've had it work before. I've had the sound work before. And I've tried to troubleshoot, but the problem is, like, Streamlabs Talk Studio is different than there's, like, a Streamlabs that you download, and it's, like, software on your computer, and then there's this sort of web portal thing. That's what happens. They all get going one way, and then they kinda screw you over. Believe it or not, it's actually harder the fewer, when it's down to 1 or 2, that's when it gets really hard. So this one, it's like there's, like, a competition, and you can just play it over and over. But I won some but every 4 hours per NFT that you own that's eligible on here, you can play another game where you can win, Ether, which is like an NFT ticket. Yeah, you get sometimes you just get hosed, you know? You just get hosed like that. Yeah, no, because you can't hear it. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Well, it's oh, hold on, is there something here I can input? Well, it's coming okay, so the input is the microphone, but well, I think that's it for me, but, appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys have a really great day, and, yeah, this is a good times ahead. I think we're really gonna have a good couple well, it's gonna be a good 2025. That's what we're looking at. I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. I expect a lot of upward momentum in the next few months, so alright, guys, take care. See you next time.